Garnacho has rejected Bayern Munich. How do you feel? I don't even know how to feel. Should I feel happy or I should feel sad? I don't know. I'm actually having a mixed feelings here. Also, Tottenham Hotspur is cooking. And what are they cooking at this point? Because trust me, the signings they are making, they are very, very close to signing Eberechi Eze. That is a very bad news for most big teams in the Premier League. We're going to talk about that also. We're also going to touch about Nkunku. We're going to talk about Tosin and Jackson, most importantly, in this episode. So if you're new to this channel, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, join this family. We are going bigger, we are getting stronger, and always comment in the comment section. So let's get into it. First of all, let's start with injury updates concerning Tosin. What's the update concerning Tosin? Because he didn't play the first game against Crystal Palace. So what's the update? Would he be out for too long? Now, here's the report. Tosin injuries. I intentionally skipped that last name because it still gives me problem, even though I'm Nigerian. Okay, Tosin's injury described as a very minor one. The current plan is for him to return to training later this week. So Tosin will be back in training, and hopefully he plays the next match. Hopefully he plays the next match because Chelsea needs him and needs him as quick as possible. So that's, by the way, let's skip that. Let's move into the real business of the day. Now, concerning Garnacho, Garnacho rejected Bayern Munich. Now, here's what Mike Keegan said. He said Chelsea received 48.5 million for Noni Madueke, and Manchester United feels Garnacho is at least equal. They might be of similar age, but when it comes to valuation, they are miles apart. Both players, Madueke and Garnacho, are two inconsistent players. The situation with Garnacho makes his value dropped. His current situation, is having issues with the coach, issues with the Manchester United board and all of that. Manchester United wants him out. Chelsea never wanted Madueke out by force because he never had issues with the coach and everything. So it's a two different scenarios. Chelsea were not forcing Madueke out. Chelsea were open to offers, and Arsenal saw that as an opportunity to sign Madueke, and that was why Arsenal signed him. Now for Garnacho, it's a different case. There's problems over there at Manchester United, and the coach wants him out. So it's a different kettle of fish entirely. So let's see how that goes concerning that both players. But trust me, that is never an equal yardstick to actually compare both. So definitely one value would definitely drop because his current club wants him out, while the other one was open to a move. So it's a two different case. So let's move on to the next story concerning this same Garnacho. So according to Fabrizio, at least 1 hour ago, he said Garnacho has said no to Bayern in the last 48 hours as only wants Chelsea. Now, at the start of this video, I said, how do I feel concerning this news? Should I be happy or should I be sad? Wow. Chelsea fans all over the world have mixed feelings concerning this particular deal. All right. Majority of most Chelsea fans doesn't want Garnacho at the club because of the inconsistency of his performance and the attitude problems at Manchester United. Now, for him coming to Chelsea, most Chelsea fans will think that he would bring the same problems to Chelsea. Now, should I call him a proper Chelsea for rejecting Bayern Munich? I don't think so. He saw this as an opportunity due to the fact that he wants to stay in the Premier League. So, Chelsea being interested in him, he saw that as an opportunity for him to stay in the Premier League. And Chelsea are a very big club. So, that is an elite opportunity. And in Chelsea, he's going to get opportunities because Gittins is still raw. Garnacho also is still raw as well. He's also a developing winger. So both of them will share minutes. That's for a fact. Chelsea will play. Chelsea are world champions. Chelsea will play in the Champions League. Chelsea will compete for trophies as well, more than Manchester United. So he sees that as a bigger opportunity to Bayern Munich because one, he will be retained, will be staying put in the Premier League, and also if he goes to Bayern Munich, let's not forget that Bayern Munich just signed Luis Diaz. and Luis Diaz plays on the left wing, and definitely his time, his game time will definitely reduce. So that's another issue he doesn't want at on his hands. So let's see how that goes. But to me, I don't know how to feel concerning this case. Should I be happy or should I be sad concerning the fact that Garnacho rejected Bayern Munich? Are you happy? Let me know in the comment section. Are you happy concerning this story? Are you happy that Garnacho rejected Bayern Munich, or are you happy that he has chosen Chelsea? To me, if he comes to Chelsea, I will support him. That's the fact. Our sporting directors have proven us Chelsea fans wrong over and over again over time. Most of the time they've gotten it wrong, but most of the time they've gotten it right. We could see how last season went with the trophies Chelsea won and all of that. So you might want to trust the sporting director, but at sometime you might also want to doubt them, concerning the same issue. So what's the last news concerning Garnacho? It said Garnacho has told his friends he's joining Chelsea. It is believed Chelsea officials have instructed Garnacho to be patient and bide his time before they sign him. And club-to-club talks are expected to accelerate in the coming days. So in the next 10 to 11 days, the transfer window is going to end. Now, I think Chelsea are trying to drag this into the final days of the transfer window and see if the price would actually reduce down to the 30 million valuation Chelsea actually values Garnacho. While Manchester United is also using time to accelerate, to accelerate that price and feel like Chelsea was going to budge on that price. At that point, probably they might think Chelsea will want to be desperate at some point, which I don't think so, for Garnacho. But let's see how that goes. Now, what's happening with the Xavi Simons story, because it's been quiet over time in the last couple of weeks. Now, Bayern Munich, according to the Guardian Sports, Bayern Munich move for Christopher Nkunku has stalled. All right? Because Chelsea were not having it with Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich want a loan and an option to buy. Chelsea wants an outright sale. In fact, Chelsea are not even looking at an obligation yet. If Chelsea are looking at an obligation, the valuation does not meet on the middle ground. So that's what's going on right now concerning Xavi Simons. Now, for Xavi Simons to actually sign for Chelsea, they have to be sales, and that sale has to include Christopher Nkunku, over to wherever he wants to go, because Newcastle are interested, Inter Milan are interested, and currently RB Leipzig are currently interested, and also Bayern Munich. So let's see how that goes. Now, according to this tweet, it said Bayern Munich move for Christopher Nkunku has stalled. Chelsea delaying attempt to sign RB Leipzig Xavi Simons, and Manchester United Alejandro Garnacho. If Chelsea signs Xavi Simons now, Chelsea will be eager to let Christopher Nkunku go, thereby accepting a lower fee. So Chelsea are also playing mind games here. We sell before we buy. Xavi, wait. Let's sell first before we buy. So that's what's going on right now. Now let's move to the next news concerning this same issue. Now, in the last few minutes, according to David Ornstein, RB Leipzig step up talks to sign Christopher Nkunku. Now, this will make perfect sense to me as a fan. To Christopher Nkunku, I don't know. He might not want to go back to his previous club, but to me, I think it will be a very good move for him, because he's going back to a familiar surrounding. He's going back to a place he understands already. The club understands him. The club understands how he wants to play. He shined there before coming to Chelsea, so he understands he's very comfortable over there. And now the question remains: is it a permanent deal or a loan? Because Chelsea will not accept a loan deal, and it will make perfect sense, because they can easily be a swap deal with Chelsea with Christopher Nkunku and Xavi Simons. It could even make the negotiations very, very easy at this point. So I just hope that story is true. Tell me what you think about Christopher Nkunku's move, to RB Leipzig, and Chelsea rejecting that offer for Bayern Munich. What do you think about that? Share your thoughts in the comments. Now let's move to the next story quickly, because we have no time. Let's move to the next story. The Garnacho story is out of the way. Xavi Simons story is out of the way. Now let's move. Nkunku story is out of the way. Now let's move to one more Chelsea story before we move to another. Now, it's involving Nicolas Jackson. So, according to Sky Sports, it said More on Nicolas Jackson to Aston Villa. Due to FFP reasons, it is currently not possible for Aston Villa to pay a transfer fee for over 60 million for Jackson's package. If anything, it would have to be a loan deal, and clear that Aston Villa are keeping a close eye on the situation until the deadline day. Is that Unai Emery is a big admirer of Jackson and is keen to bring the 24-year-old versatile striker. Unai Emery likes this player. Since John Duran left Aston Villa, they've not replaced him. Alright? Now it's been Oli Watkins, and Oli Watkins have in recent times been off form. Nicolas Jackson is a perfect replacement or a perfect fit for Aston Villa because of how Aston Villa plays. It's going to work. It's going to cook. It's going to do so well at Aston Villa. The problem remains the fee, because Aston Villa has been going through FFP reasons in the last couple of seasons. Remember, they sold Kellyman to Chelsea because of FFP issues. Alright, they were not able to sign Gallagher because of one or two problems at the time. So they actually had to sell John Duran because of that same FFP issues when they got a big offer for him from Saudi. So FFP issues have been the problem with Aston Villa. For Jackson, it will be a perfect fit. Less pressure, work with a very good coach in Unai Emery who can bring out the best in him, because he worked with him at Villarreal before. He was his coach at Villarreal. So he understands Nicolas Jackson. He knows Nicolas Jackson. He worked with Nicolas Jackson. He built Nicolas Jackson. He understands this player. So that would have been a very good move for him. But let's see how that goes. But they will not be able to afford him unless on a loan deal because of FFP issues. If Chelsea could do a loan deal and an obligation to buy, like he's not coming back, obligation to buy 70 million, perfect deal. Obligation to buy 65 million, perfect deal. Perfect deal. Even 60 million to me, I think, is a very, very good deal, for Nicolas Jackson. So let me know what you think about Nicolas Jackson's move to Aston Villa, if this deal actually happens. Now let's move to another story. According to Ben Jacobs, he said Tottenham have reached an agreement in principle with Crystal Palace for Eberechi Eze. Palace must now find a replacement, with Eze waiting in training as normal. Now there was a counter tweet concerning this, that it has not yet been agreed, I think, according to Austin, but it's certain that it has almost been agreed, because it's like a one-horse race now. Tottenham Hotspur are the only club interested currently on Eberechi Eze. Initially, Arsenal were in the race, but Arsenal actually pulled out of the deal. 60 million goodbye for him, because this guy is quality. He's going to do well at Tottenham. Tottenham this season will shock so many people. Mark my word. Tottenham this season will shock so many. Tottenham is not the same Tottenham of last season. They've added quality. They've added Kudus. They've added Ponia. Richarlison is reborn. Look at the last game, in the Premier League against Burnley. Look at the performance of Richarlison. Look at the performance of Kudus. 2 assists. Richarlison 2 goals. Now, imagine adding Eze in that team. Remember, they had a player, an ACL injury for, their midfielder. His name skipped me right now. They have an injury in ACL. He will be out for over 7 to 8 months. So this is a perfect replacement in that team. It will bring so much quality into the Tottenham team. Remember, Tottenham are also playing the Champions League. So Tottenham have competitions to compete with, and with this, they will have a very good squad depth, going forward. I think the creativity in Tottenham will be very, very brutal this season. And trust me, this season, Tottenham is going to do well. I can beat my chest for that. Tottenham is going to do. I see them qualifying for Europa League this season, with the way they are signing quality players. They lost Son. They are not just signing because they want to sign. They are signing strategic signings. They are signing quality players that can come in and do the job. Remember, Thomas Frank is not under severe pressure. He's not coming with so much reputation. He's not coming with so much trophies to his name. He will be given time to work, and trust me, he will do a very good job. You can see how Tottenham compete against PSG. You can see how good the side is. So I guess they are going to do well with adding Eberechi Eze into their squad. It's a very, very good one. Now let's round up with this story. Now, Renato Veiga has agreed, according to Neza Cancela, Renato Veiga has agreed personal terms with Villarreal and is ready to join the Spanish club. Difficult negotiation continue. over the fee with Chelsea, who valued him about 34 million pounds. That's about 40 million euros. There's hope in Spain that the deal can be struck for under 30 million. I don't think Chelsea will agree with that. Chelsea bought him for 12 million. Chelsea wants to make significant profits. Chelsea are trying to, at the end of the season, have a zero net spend. So they are going to sell, and they're going to sell well. Warning: time is running out. Chelsea have to start selling now, and they must not. And currently, Chelsea are not willing to sell less than the valuation of a player. Remember, he's still a 21-year-old player who have the future ahead of him, who have so much bright future ahead of him, and Chelsea just have to come with a consensus, with an agreement to let him leave, because Chelsea is not part of the squad anymore. He would have been a perfect replacement for Kowi, but Maresca and the board doesn't think he is not ready for the Premier League yet. Same player who played for Juventus last season, same player who is in the Portuguese national team, due to him coming to Chelsea. It remains to be seen, but I think that's a quality player in there. Very versatile player. You could play different positions. He's a very good player, but any player who has left Chelsea on loan is not going to come back into the squad. Especially Disasi, Veiga, João Felix. See what happens to those set of players. So let's see how it goes. Share your thoughts in the comment. Tell me what you think about Tosin coming back, Jackson, Eze, Garnacho, Nkunku, Xavi Simons. Every story I've actually spoken up today. Tell me what you think about them. Share your thoughts in the comments. Always comment in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the like button. Until I come away again next time, don't forget to subscribe. I remain your boy Mike Way. Stay cool. Cheers.